Your hands shape everything in your life right now. They cook meals that nourish your family. They build the projects that bring your dreams to life. They comfort your loved ones with a single touch. But what if I told you in heaven, your hands would do things you cannot even imagine? Things that defy the rules of this world, things that go beyond your wildest dreams. Have you ever wondered what your glorified hands will be like in eternity? Will they create? Will they heal? Will they touch the very fabric of eternity itself? The Bible gives us hints, powerful, awe-inspiring hints about what your hands will be capable of in heaven. And today we are going to uncover those mysteries together. Think about the hands you have right now. They are capable of so much, but they are also limited. They grow tired. They age. They ache. They are bound by the physical rules of this earth. But in heaven, those limits will be gone. Imagine if your hands could heal instantly, if they could create in ways that are impossible on earth, if they could touch something eternal, something that reflects the glory of God Himself. The Bible does not just hint at this, it reveals it. And by the end of this video, you will have a glimpse of something extraordinary. But first, we need to understand one simple truth: the transformation of your earthly body into your heavenly one. Let us start with this. Your earthly body, the one you are living in right now, was never meant to last forever. It is fragile, temporary, and imperfect. But it is also a shadow of something far greater. In Philippians 3:21, we are told Jesus will transform our lowly bodies so that they will be like His glorious body. Now, what does that mean? Let us look to Jesus. After His resurrection, Jesus had a glorified body. It was physical. He ate and drank with His disciples. He invited Thomas to touch His hands inside. And yet His body was also supernatural. He could appear and disappear at will. He could pass through locked doors. He defied the natural laws of this world. If your heavenly body will be like His, what does that mean for your hands? Could they become instruments of divine power? Could they create, heal, or interact with the eternal in ways we cannot even begin to fathom here on earth? The answer is yes. The Bible gives us clues, and we are going to explore them step by step. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You are in heaven and you reach out your hand. But this is not the hand you have now. It is a glorified hand, radiant, powerful, and perfect. As you stretch it forward, you feel something you have never felt before, the very presence of God's glory flowing through you. Your hand moves, not out of need or exhaustion, but out of pure worship. Every motion feels effortless, yet deeply meaningful. Every gesture reflects God's love and creativity. Imagine creating something with your hands, not as we create on earth, with trial and error, with limits and imperfections, but in a way that is instantaneous and perfect. Imagine reaching out to touch a loved one, and instead of feeling the frailty of human skin, you feel the eternal connection of two glorified beings united in God's love. What if your hands could heal instantly, not just physical wounds, but spiritual ones? What if they could build, not earthly structures, but heavenly wonders that glorify God for eternity? These are not just fanciful ideas. They are rooted in the promises of Scripture. In heaven, your hands and your entire body will be transformed into something that reflects God's infinite power and creativity. Now let us bring this closer to home. Take a moment to look at your hands. What do you see? Maybe they are strong from years of hard work, or maybe they are weathered, showing the signs of age and experience. Maybe they carry scars, memories of challenges you have overcome. Whatever they look like, your hands are a gift from God. They have helped you serve others. They have held the people you love. They have built, created, and comforted. But here's the truth. As amazing as your hands are now, they are just the beginning. In heaven, they will be glorified, powerful, and pure. They will still be your hands, uniquely yours, but they will be transformed into something eternal. And here's the most beautiful part. Every movement of your hands in heaven will be an expression of God's infinite love. Let us take this to the next level. If your hands will be like Christ's glorious hands after His resurrection, what might that mean? Think about the stories we read in the Gospels. When Jesus touched someone, Miracles happened. The blind could see, the lame could walk, the sick were healed, even the dead were raised. His hands were not just human, they were instruments of divine power. Now imagine your hands in heaven. They will not just be tools, they will be expressions of God's unlimited glory. Maybe they will be able to heal, not because of your own power, but because God's power flows through you. Maybe they will create, not with effort or struggle, but with divine ease. And here is something even more mind-blowing. In heaven, your hands will not just interact with the physical, they will interact with the spiritual. Imagine reaching out your hand and feeling the very presence of eternity. Imagine touching a tree in the new creation and sensing not just its texture, but its purpose, its beauty, its connection to God's infinite plan. Your hands will no longer be bound by the limitations of time, space, or even earthly understanding. They will be instruments of worship, joy, and creativity beyond anything we can comprehend. But here is the most important part. In heaven, your hands will be hands of worship. On earth, we worship God with our hands in so many ways. We lift them in praise. We use them to serve others in love. We create, we build, we comfort, and in doing so, we reflect God's character. But in heaven, every movement of your hands will be pure worship. There will be no distractions, no fatigue, no imperfections. Imagine lifting your hands in worship and feeling the full presence of God in a way that is impossible on earth. Imagine crafting something so beautiful, so perfect, that it becomes an eternal act of praise. In Revelation 7:9-10, we see a vision of heaven, a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and holding palm branches in their hands, and they cried out in a loud voice, "Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb." In this moment, the hands of the saints are holding palm branches, symbols of victory and worship. This is a glimpse of what your hands will do in eternity. They will lift God's name high, they will celebrate His glory, and they will carry the story of His salvation. Now let us talk about the new creation. In Revelation 21, we are told that God will create a new heaven and a new earth, perfect, unblemished, and eternal. Your hands will not just exist in this new creation. They will interact with it in unimaginable ways. Imagine running your fingers through a stream of living water, feeling not just the coolness, but the life it carries. Imagine planting something in the soil of the new earth, not as an act of labor, but as an act of joy. Imagine building something with your hands, not for survival, but as an eternal expression of creativity and worship. In heaven, your hands will no longer be tools of labor or survival. They will be instruments of joy, beauty, and purpose. Every touch, every movement will reflect God's infinite love and creativity. But what about the people you will share heaven with? Will your hands still carry the same love, the same connection that they did on earth? The answer is yes, only more so. Imagine holding the hand of a loved one in heaven. Imagine the joy of reuniting with someone you have lost and feeling their glorified hand in yours. The connection you will share will be deeper, richer, and more meaningful than anything you have experienced on earth. But it does not stop there. Imagine reaching out your hand to someone you never met on earth, someone from a different time, a different place, and feeling an instant bond of love and unity. In heaven, there will be no barriers, no divisions. Your hands will connect you to others in ways that are impossible to imagine now. And here's the most beautiful part. Every handshake, every touch, every embrace will be an act of worship. It will reflect the unity and love that only God can create. Here is a thought that might leave you in awe. In heaven, your hands will touch eternity. What does that mean? It means that your hands, glorified, powerful, and perfect, will interact with a reality that is eternal, unchanging, and infinite. On earth, everything we touch is temporary, everything fades, everything wears out. But in heaven, that will no longer be the case. Imagine creating something with your hands that lasts forever. Imagine touching something that reflects God's eternal nature. Your hands will no longer be bound by the limits of time or decay. They will be part of a reality that is as eternal as God Himself. Take a moment to think about this. The hands you have now, as imperfect and limited as they are a glimpse of what is to come. They have served you well on earth. They have helped you love, create, and worship. But they are just the beginning. In heaven, your hands will be transformed into something glorious, something that reflects God's infinite power and love. They will still be your hands, uniquely yours, but they will be part of a reality that is beyond anything we can imagine. And here is the most beautiful truth. What your hands will do in heaven is not about you. It is about God. It is about His glory, His love, and His eternal plan. This is just the beginning. If your hands will be capable of such extraordinary things in heaven, imagine what your feet, your voice, and your entire glorified body will be able to do. We are only scratching the surface of what the Bible reveals about eternity. In our next video, we will explore what it means to walk the streets of gold with glorified feet. You will not believe what Scripture has in store, so do not stop here. Subscribe to Secrets of Heaven for the next revelation. Like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, and let me know in the comments, what do you think your glorified hands will do in heaven? Until next time, remember this. Your hands were created for a purpose, and in eternity, that purpose will be fully revealed.